classic Hong Kong breakfast, macaroni in a steaming hot, warming chicken soup, topped with crispy layers of spam and even crispier fried egg. Hong Kong macaroni soup. Welcome back to Wok Wednesday. I'm Jeremy, here at School of Wok, London's premier Asian cookery school. And I'm here for a real classic. First off, a little base of spring onion, garlic and ginger, where we start for many of our dishes here at School of Wok, because Chinese food just tends to have these core sort of ingredients. I'm going to take one spring onion and just roughly chop into it. Bit of garlic. I'm going to keep the skin on, it's nice and clean. And then some ginger. I'm just going to peel and slice. Now, macaroni in like a chicken broth, you're thinking is definitely not a Chinese dish. But actually this comes from cha chan tangs in Hong Kong, which are, in literal translation, tea house lounges. And these sort of cha chan tangs, they started sort of post-war in Hong Kong. And essentially what they are little kind of diners that Hong Kong people sort of created using Western ingredients, or a combination of Western and Chinese ingredients. And macaroni is one of those ingredients that stuck around for a while. And in these sort of diners, you get different options of toppings. And one of the most popular options is spam, proper war food. Slice your ginger. Now the guys are laughing at me because this is a very simple dish, yet I'm using a lot of equipment. Now in a cha chan tan, in their kitchens, in these sort of restaurant kitchens, you'd usually have like a pasta boiler, a stock pot, and then stuff to finish your breakfasts off. And this is like classic for a Hong Kong breakfast, this macaroni soup with spam and a fried egg on top. So I'm going to boil my macaroni first. That's going to take, 10 minutes? And whilst that's happening, we can make the stock. Now, classically, in these sort of Western style, not quite Western kitchens, they'd have a lot of chicken powder. Now, I'm not a big fan of chicken powder, so I find it's very sort of almost over salty. So I'm going to make a homemade soup, or a quick homemade soup. With the base ingredients first is ginger, garlic, spring onion, where it's well seared and it kind of flavors the oil before I then pour some chicken stock into that. Just going to add some oyster sauce to that. And then a spoon or so of light soy for seasoning. Now the actual chicken stock's got loads of flavour in it already, so really I just have to bring that to a boil, let it bubble away for 5 minutes, and once the pasta's done and you've finished the toppings, this dish is done. Another, in Western cuisine you might find a little strange, but to Cantonese people, cooked lettuce is a very normal thing. So I've got some gem lettuce here, just going to give it a quick wash. And then they will just go into that soup last minute, just before I serve this up. Just going to slice some spring onion rings to garnish. And then we're on to the main event, the spam. People honestly queue up for different cha chan tangs in Hong Kong. You might think I'm joking, but it really is the case. Oh. So you want kind of, half a centimetre chunks or slices of spam. And I quite like leaving it in the shape of the tin. The macaroni is done. And as I say, in sort of a lot of, or most Chinese restaurants, in their kitchens, you'd have sort of big boilers with sort of quite deep nests for their noodles, and they use the same for cooking their macaroni. A little bit of oil. Spam in. Right, you're going to serve that up. Your spam's got a nice crisp edge. And then we've got this lovely spam flavoured oil ready for your fried egg. Meanwhile, my stock is still bubbling away, so I'm just going to pop these lettuce leaves straight in. And they literally need no more than 30 seconds. 10 to 20 seconds should do it, and then straight out. So they kind of keep their crunch, but a little bit wilted. And I'm going for a nice crispy fried egg. And my dad used to do this. He loved this. Whenever he went back to Hong Kong, first thing he'd do for a quick early morning breakfast is this dish. And he'd ask for the egg to be extra crispy on the base with a completely sort of liquid, gooey yolk. Ooh. My soup. Then some crispy fried onions. And some Chiu Chow chili oil over the top. And there we have a classic Hong Kong breakfast. Only way to eat this is when it's piping hot. You've got to give it to them, the guys who invented luncheon meat. Somehow they've reinvented meat to the point where you can put it in the pan for a couple of minutes and it's perfectly crisp. The saltiness kind of just kicks in. I love spam. If you like spam just as much as I do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ding, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.